Kassim Majaliwa has called on institutions and industries taking part in the SADC Industrial Week to establish industries in the country and enter into joint ventures with Tanzanians. Addressing a press conference in Dar es Salaam after touring exhibitors' booths at the industrial exhibition, Prime Minister Kassim Majaliwa said that joint ventures will expand trade and business within SADC member countries.
Tuna eneo ambalo watu wengi walikuwa wajui, Old Vai Gorge. Lile eneo ndio chimbuko la binadamu wa kwanza duniani.
There is an area whereby a lot of people did not know Olduvai Gorge, and that is the source of the first human being in the world. All human races, their origin is in Tanzania, situated in Ngorongoro. We preserve the area to protect the history. We must tell them about it and invite them to come and visit this attraction and other attractions such as our white sand beaches. We have a long stretch from Tanga to Mtwara worth 1,400 kilometers long, without forgetting Zanzibar.
Oh, so far so good. We are getting a lot of people coming to our stand and speaking to us, and we are happy to see all the participation and all the people involved in manufacturing in Tanzanian industry and also from other industries in the SADC region. And we are very impressed by the organization of this event and also the interaction that we are having with the government of Tanzania and also the people of Tanzania that are coming and questioning us and about what we are doing, and we are also learning from what they are doing.
What I've noticed is that most of the things that we do in Botswana, you also do this side. So I always encourage investors, those who have been coming here, that what we can do, we can learn from you, you can also learn from us. Like for example, we deal too much with meat. We've got a lot of cattle in Botswana. So you guys can come to us, and you also have a lot of cattle. You can come to us to learn about the products that we produce.
9 people survived after a small aircraft belonging to a tropical company which was flying from Mafia Island to Dar es Salaam crashed and burst into flames shortly after takeoff from Mafia airstrip. The police commander for Kibiti Special Police Zone, Ondasmo Lianga, said all the passengers on board the plane suffered injuries.
An aircraft crashed at about 10 a.m. this morning. This aircraft is owned by Tropical. It was flying from Mafia Airport. There were 9 passengers on board, but so far there have not been any fatalities. Nonetheless, 6 passengers have been injured. Investigation is ongoing to establish the cause. The wounded have been taken to the hospital for treatment. The aircraft was destroyed in the fire.
A consignment of cotton on lorries at Mkuyuni village, Bariadi district, Simiyu region has been seized after it was discovered to have been weighed by using illegal weighing equipment, causing farmers to be underpaid. The Deputy Registrar of the Cooperatives from the Commission of Cooperatives Development, Charles Malunde, has intervened in the matter by directing the farmers to be paid the remaining money they had been cheated of.
This is the government's instructions, that you must do the weighing first, then you weigh the carrier. This was not the case in the past, which isn't right. Before the 8th of August this year, all farmers must be paid for cotton that has been harvested. There is cotton that has already been delivered to the factory. What they can do is compensate farmers for the kilograms they've lost.
Kama ni mapato yahakikishwe kabisa fedha ya mkulima isichezewe. Mkulima kama inachezewa utawauliza wenzako wa Maswa.
Inspector General of Police IGP Simon Siro has formed a committee made up of 9 officers who will collect statements from police stations and take them to courts in order to address the problem of backlog of cases.
Siku ya leo tulikuwa tumeita makamanda wote wa mikoa yote ya polisi 35.
Today we called police commanders from all 35 police regions to discuss the backlog of statements and the police station. So we have formed a committee of 9 people to ensure they go to each police station to make sure that they are removed. And if they are to remain, there should be a reason for that. We have thus set strategies to ensure all statements that the court has ordered removed are removed. We also discussed investigations of cases, ensuring that cases are investigated and completed quickly so that justice is served.
Farmers in a dispute with livestock keepers fighting over land belonging to NACO at Kitonga village in Bagamoyo district have said they are tired of being attacked and livestock eating their crops. They made the claims during a meeting attended by farmers, livestock keepers, officials from the ministry and leadership of Bagamoyo district rather.
Up to now, we have nothing and don't know whom to ask. This club here is evidence of my mistreatment. This sort of behavior cannot be allowed in a country which is peaceful. There is a lot of false claims. These guys are not cattle herders. There are a lot more farmers. There has been no enough food because the rains have been inadequate. They are using us as an excuse to shortage of food. Once borders have been marked, then we will know the needs of each village. For instance, Kitonga village, how many hectares are there and how much land is used for agriculture and how many people live there? What is the economic activity and how many livestock are in this area?
Residents from Bible Street, Kizwite ward in Sumbawanga Municipal Rural Region have demonstrated to the office of the District Commissioner in protest against the police after releasing a rape suspect 24 hours after his arrest. Responding to the residents' complaints, Sumbawanga District Commissioner urged them not to violate laws.
I would like to say that the rapist was arrested on Sunday around the evening and was detained. He was detained until yesterday when at around 3 p.m. in the afternoon he was released. At around 7 p.m. in the evening, the rapist ate some food and he had some conversations with other people. In those conversations, the rapist complained about the fact that he was detained even though he was innocent. Isn't the raped child supposed to be bathed by her mother? Yes, of course she is. But you, as the girl's parents, have stayed for a full week without doing anything. Now, what I would like to confirm to you is the fact that this matter is not over yet. Just as we are speaking, the affected family had been at the police station. What you all did is against the law. If you really wanted to find out how the alleged rapist was released, then what you should have done is to tell the leader to provide you all with information. You certainly should not have staged a demonstration. Some of you remember our mothers.
Youth leaders from the Maasai community in Simanjiro district, Manyara region have started to sensitize members of the community on development activities such as construction of schools and health centers instead of taking their livestock to traditional healers to get blessings.
The cattle will be used for development projects for the benefit of this nation.
Kwanza nifafanue hili kwa masikitiko makubwa.
This is very sad because people have been using traditional practices to self-serve and exploit the people because of believing such beliefs, which do not really benefit the community. Nonetheless, the change will definitely benefit the people.
Assessment huwezi kuona tija yake kwa taifa au kwa jamii husika.
More than 300,000 liters of chemicals illegally imported into the country have been seized during 2017 and 2018 in Mwanza and Dar es Salaam regions. Among chemicals seized include ethanol, ethanol hydraulic acid, and sulfuric acid and acetone, which are used to manufacture illegal drugs.
Anayeagiza kemikali bashirifu lazima kwanza awe na kibali.
The person ordering these chemicals must first have a permit so that we know the amount and reason why they're bringing them into the country. Either they will be sold in the country or be exported. But if he sells them, we must know to whom and what the person will be using it for. We have caught over 300,000 liters thus far, which were brought in illegally.
Tumia hizo kemikali bashirifu vibaya.
And that is the end of national news. International news follows shortly. And in international news, President Uhuru Kenyatta has arrived in Kingston, Jamaica for a 4-day official visit following an invitation from Prime Minister Andrew Holness, where he will be the guest of honor at the 67th Independence celebrations. The two leaders have been holding discussions and signed agreements aimed at strengthening relations between the two countries.
Prime Minister, Kenya is a very strong supporter of South-South cooperation arrangements within the African, Caribbean and Pacific States framework. And as I have done earlier, I commit again here that my government will remain steadfast in the push for the conclusion of the successor agreement and the accompanying regional protocols in time ahead of the expiry of the Cotonou Agreement in February of next year. Finally, Prime Minister, I would like to take this opportunity to request you to send a delegation to the forthcoming Commonwealth Women's Affairs ministerial meetings that will be hosted in Kenya from the 17th to the 20th of September. One sure way of ensuring that we deepen the partnership between our two countries is to encourage greater economic partnership between our two countries, to develop and to deepen trade. We had looked at our numbers and we have seen that this trade is almost non-existent. We need to deepen our economic relations because it's by so doing that we also take our people-to-people relations to the next level. Kenya today is one of the largest and most diversified economies on the African continent, and it also serves as a hub for logistics, air transport, financial services, ICT innovations. And here again, we encourage Jamaican investors as much as Prime Minister Holness was encouraging Kenyan investors to come together through our respective chambers and to take advantage of the opportunities that our two countries offer for further economic integration.
More than 73,000 secondary schools students in Burundi have started national examinations, which will give those who pass an opportunity to join universities outside the country. The examination is also being held at a center in Nairobi, Kenya. We are expecting 1,181 students, but only 1,093 reported. Despite their number, there are still some accommodation challenges. However, the exercise was accomplished. When I entered the examination room, I was confident enough and ready to face the exam. Just like all the exams that I have done before, I had no fear. Women organizations in Beni in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo have called on the government to increase efforts to ensure peace is restored and bring an end to killings in areas such as Erigeti and Oita.
As we see people getting killed for no reason, we question whether the leaders of this country also see this or not. What will we do while we're in our country? Or do they want us to leave here? They should tell us openly.
And that is the end of international news. Business news follows shortly after the break. We'll be right back.
Watch Business Edition as we talk to business leaders and experts in sectors that are transforming Tanzania's economy.
To be rich, I have to be a business person.
It's not an easy road at all.
People need to understand. You must quickly think, how cost effective are you going to be?
Business acts as a way in which it can bridge that gap.
Business Edition will keep you informed on latest developments in the financial sector, extractive industry, tourism, agriculture, energy, construction, and so much more. Meet entrepreneurs who create employment opportunities. Watch Business Edition on Friday at 8:15 p.m.
Welcome back, and in business news tonight. Tanzania Bureau of Standards has announced a fee exemption for the quality standard emblem on goods produced by entrepreneurs who are determined to establish small industries.
For entrepreneurs that would like to open factories or support the President's industrial efforts, the Tanzania Bureau of Standards has set a good procedure where small-scale entrepreneurs will receive the TBS service for free from the preliminary stage up to receiving of the logo, and will be able to use the logo for 3 consecutive years without paying any charges. This is a good opportunity for entrepreneurs that we work with in groups to improve their activities.
Lentil farmers have called on the government to take measures against buyers who use buckets and cans to measure the produce. This comes after the Minister of Agriculture, Jafet Hasunga, allowed buyers to buy lentils directly from the farmers.
We farm lentils, but the buyers purchasing the lentils use the large containers to measure. You may find that your sack is 120 or 130 kgs, but their measures read 90 kgs. Thus, we would like to ask for help in this so that we can get a profit. We purchase lentils from farmers. We measure them on the weights, which we use so that the farmer can see for himself and verify the amount, then receive cash payment.
Mzani mpaka alizia kwamba kilo zangu zinatoka sawa sawa, afu ndo unampa na hela yake kesho.
More than 4,500 groups of people living with HIV/AIDS conducting income-generating activities have called on the government and district councils to find them reliable markets as well as empower them to add a value to their products.
When it comes to markets, things are not very good because we only sell a small amount. We ask that the government enables us to get various and larger markets so that we can sell more things and expand our businesses. We ask, because our groups are supervised by Nchaki, that they help us via the district marketing officers so that we can get good markets for our groups. These groups specifically are for people with HIV/AIDS because we're supposed to enable ourselves after ensuring our good health.
And that is the end of business news. Sports news follows shortly.
Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment of going away. Gay trying to go with him and he's going to be dragged through to second place, but he's going to win it by 2 metres. Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment of going away. Gay trying to go with him and he's going to be dragged through to second place, but he's going to win it by 2 metres. Joaquinho, he did lose and left.
In sports news, the mainland Premier League champions Simba Sports Club packed the National Stadium today as they celebrated the club day, which involves the introduction of new players who showcased their talents. Here's more on the story.
The club, which won the league last season and reached the quarterfinals of the CAF Champions League, had its day this year weighted much by their fans due to transfer talk, as well as the official opening of the second phase of construction of the stadium in Bunju a few days ago. The day, as usual, was filled with entertainment prior to the friendly between the club and Power Dynamos from Zambia. Simba fans also had the chance of seeing their new players, the likes of Shibob, Kahata and the 3 Brazilians, as they were all included in the friendly after being introduced.
The CAF Confederations Cup second leg game between Zanzibar's Malindi and Mogadishu of Somalia will be played at Amani Stadium in Zanzibar, not Somalia, due to security reasons.
Somalia's Mogadishu has chosen to play its home game at the Amani Stadium, so the second leg will be played at the Amani Stadium. We would like to ask the Malindi Sports Club fans, as well as Zanzibaris and Tanzanians as a whole, to come in huge numbers and support their team. If we pack the stadium and cheer for our team, the players will be motivated by seeing that there are people who want this.
The Arsenal captain Laurent Koscielny is on the verge of a return to France with Bordeaux after the clubs agreed a fee of up to €5 million, which is equivalent to £4.6 million. Here's more on the story.
He was having a medical at the League One club on Tuesday, and assuming that goes smoothly, will sign for Paulo Sousa's side shortly afterwards. Arsenal confirmed in the afternoon that the centre-back was joining Bordeaux subject to regulatory processes. Personal terms are not believed to be a problem, and it will bring an end to a 9-year spell in North London for the experienced centre-back. In one way, the move is a blow for Unai Emery on the eve of new season, with Arsenal's short staffing at the back already an issue. But in another way, it removes a significant problem from his hands, as Koscielny made it clear this summer that he wanted to leave Arsenal.
Derby County have confirmed that Wayne Rooney will join a player coach on an initial 18-month contract in January. Here's more.
The club's manager, Philip Koku, said of the DC United forward, Wayne Rooney is an extremely talented and top-class footballer. It is an exciting prospect for him to be joining Derby County, and he can bring so much to this squad both on and off the pitch. Rooney's former England teammate Frank Lampard was given his first opportunity in management at Derby last year, and Rooney said he is relishing the opportunity to take the first steps in his coaching career at the Championship club. News of Derby's interest in Rooney emerged shortly before they opened the new Championship campaign with a 2-1 victory at Huddersfield on Monday night.
And Virgil van Dijk has warned Harry Maguire that his new status as the world's most expensive defender will increase the weight on his shoulders, but urged Manchester United's new signing to do his talking on the pitch. Here's the story.
A £75 million move from Southampton last January set a benchmark for defensive players until Maguire's £80 million switch to Old Trafford was confirmed 5 days before the start of the new Premier League season. The 26-year-old is expected to feature in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's squad for the trip to Chelsea on Sunday, and Van Dijk, who was voted as insists he bears no taken by the England defender. Asked how he coped with the pressure of such a high price tag, Van Dijk said, "Just focus on doing what you love to do and play your best game."
And that sports item ends our news bulletin for tonight. My name is Khadija Zimba. Thank you for watching and good night.
From Bolt leading a moment and going away. Gay trying to go with him, and he's going to be dragged through to second place, but he's going to win it by 2 metres. Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment and going away. Gay trying to go with him, and he's going to be dragged through to second place, but he's going to win it by 2 metres. Joaquinho, he did lose to Lendl.
Watch Business Edition as we talk to business leaders and experts in sectors that are transforming Tanzania's economy.
To be rich, I have to be a business person.
It's not an easy road at all.
People need to understand. You must quickly think how cost effective are you going to be.
Business acts as a way in which it can bridge that gap.
Business Edition will keep you informed on latest developments in the financial sector, extractive industry, tourism, agriculture, energy, construction, and so much more. Meet entrepreneurs who create employment opportunities. Watch Business Edition on Friday at 8:15 p.m.
Viewers of Capital Television, leo tunaendelea na segment nyingine ya mangroves, mikoko, na kama mlivyoona wiki iliyopita tuliweza kufanya program kuhusiana na mikoko na umuhimu wa kuwa na mikoko particularly on coastal areas. Na leo hii tuko hapa Mbweni, tumekuja kuongea na kikundi cha kina mama ambao kwa kweli ndio wanahusika katika shughuli nzima ya jamii kuhusiana na kazi ya kuhakikisha kwamba mikoko inaoteshwa na inaangaliwa kama inavyotakiwa na kwamba hili zoezi linakuwa endelevu. Kwa hiyo hapa kama unavyoona kuna kina mama ambao wako katika shughuli ya kupanda mikoko, kuongezea, kwa sababu nimepewa taarifa kwamba eneo lote hili ni mikoko ambayo imepandwa na kina mama wa Mbweni. Na nitafanya mazungumzo na Bi Husna. Bi Husna, karibu sana katika kipindi chetu.
Asante.
Ndio, shughuli ya mikoko hapa Mbweni umekuwa ukifanya kwa muda gani sasa?
Shughuli za mikoko tumeanza tangu mwaka 1998. Alikuja bwana mmoja anaitwa Dr. Wagner kutoka chuo kikuu. Alikuja Mbweni kwa kufanya utafiti wa mikoko. Je, mkoko ukiupanda unaweza ukaota? Akaanza na vijana mama 7, hatimaye tukaja tukawa 10. Tukafanikisha hilo zoezi la kupanda mikoko. Hatimaye tukaja tukawa wanawake karibuni 40 lakini tumepungua mpaka tumebaki wanawake 18.
Na mwanzoni mlikuwa labda mna idea yote kuhusiana na umuhimu wa mikoko?
Kabla ya Dr. Wagner kwetu tulikuwa tuna idea yoyote, kwa sababu tulikuwa tunajua sisi tukienda kokoni tunakata kuni, tunakata mkaa, tunakata mijengo, tunaenda kujengea. Tulikuwa tujui umuhimu wa mikoko, lakini baada ya kuja yeye akatufahamisha nini umuhimu. Baada ya kujua umuhimu wa mikoko, na sisi ndio kubidi zote tuliendeleze hadi kufikia leo hii.
Bi Husna, nafahamu kwamba wewe ni kati ya viongozi katika serikali za mtaa, na kwa jambo lolote kuweza kufanikisha ni kiungo kikubwa sana kati ya lile jambo linaloelezwa na wananchi wa kawaida. Kwako wewe, unadhani nafasi yako inakuwezesha vipi kuhakikisha kwamba mikoko inatunzwa vizuri na kuoteshwa kama tunavyoona hivi sasa?
Tunafanikisha kwa kushirikiana na viongozi wa serikali za mitaa pamoja na wananchi wenzetu kwa kupiga mbiu, kuandika mabango na pia kutoa elimu kwa wananchi ili wajue nini umuhimu wa mikoko.
Bi Husna, unadhani kwamba kuna elimu ya kutosha imetolewa kuhusiana na umuhimu wa kuwa na mikoko?
Elimu tumetoa ya kutosha, na pia tunashukuru wananchi wameanza kutuelewa. Hata ule uharibifu kama zamani sasa hivi umepungua. Haujamalizika lakini umepungua kwa spidi kubwa sana.
Na kwa Mbweni wewe sasa ni mkazi wa muda gani sasa?
Mimi Mbweni ni mzaliwa na vile vile ni mkulia na ni muolewa. Kwa hiyo ni mkazi wa Mbweni hapa.
Na umesema kwamba ni umezaliwa hapa. Ulivyokuwa unakuwa, hali ya mikoko katika ukanda wa bahari hapa Mbweni ulikuwa vipi?
Hali ya mikoko, kama tusingepata huyu mtaalamu kuja kutufahamisha, yani hadi leo nafikiri kungekuwa kumeshakuwa na jangwa. Sababu tulikuwa nakata kuni, wanachoma mkaa, wanakata miti kwenda kujengea majumba, wanakata fito. Lakini baada ya kutoa elimu na kufahamu sisi nini muhimu wa mikoko, tukatoa elimu kwa wananchi, tukahamasisha vizuri. Sasa hivi nafikiri yani naona ukataji umepungua sana.
Kama serikali ya mtaa, mmewezeshwa vipi kuhakikisha kwamba wale ambao wanakutwa wanavunja sheria wanachukuliwa hatua stahiki?
Sisi wenyewe kama kikundi kwanza tumetunga sheria zetu ndogo. Endapo mtu anakuta amekata mkoko mmoja, anapelekwa kwenye uongozi wa mtaa, anatoza faini shilingi 50,000, na vile vile anapanda mikoko isiyopungua 5.
Kama nilivyoeleza watazamaji wa Capital Television kwamba leo tuko katika zoezi hili hapa Mbweni, ambapo kina mama katika eneo hili wanajishughulisha na kupanda mikoko